हेलो फ्रेंड्स, मैं मोहम्मद सुहेब हूँ एंड आई वेलकम यू टू टेक हार्डी। आज हम HTML और CSS की हेल्प से एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत लेकिन सिंपल लॉगिन फॉर्म बनाएंगे। सो विदाउट एनी डिले लेट्स स्टार्ट। आई विल यूज़ VS Code in this project and you can use any IDE of your choice. So let's go. I will open my VS Code. Here's VS Code and I will open a folder in it. So in documents I have a folder named as project. I will add it into the workspace. Okay, so before starting the project I will show you the actual project we are going to make. Okay, that's the project. It has two inputs named as email ID and password. It has a button and the form as a whole is named as login form. It has different styles. Now we will make it. First we will make it HTML, then we will make its design CSS. Okay, let's go. I will make index.html, then I will write a boilerplate. We can do so by pressing Shift+1. Now enter. I will give a title of login form tech hardy. So it's good for me. Okay, let's create a div. In this div I give a class named as container. Let's create a form in it, and in this form let's create a label. Before label, create an h1. This h1 will be named as login form. Now in this form create a div. This div will be named as class form body. In this form body create a label. Name this label as email ID. Let's give an input. This input will be type text and I will give it a class as form input. Okay, let's copy this div. Ctrl C and paste by Ctrl V. Now here I will give it label as password and the type will be password for the input. And in both input we require the user to input the data compulsory. So we will write here required. Now it is compulsory for the user to give the data. Here the same required. Let's go live now. Okay, here we will get email ID and here we will get a space input for password. See, we have dots as we have in passwords, as it is input type password. Okay, let's go back and create the style sheet. Here we will write style.css and let me link these two files with each other. Here we will write link real style sheet to href will be style.css. Okay, this is style.css. Now let's go to the styling sheet. Here we go. I will select universal selector. Universal selector I will give it some properties. Here will be margin of 0, padding of 0 and box sizing of border box. Now what does this properties do? Let me show you this. Now see, there is no space between the elements. Email ID and password have no space between them. Login form and email ID have no space between them. This is because of margin. And padding. What does the padding do? It removes the space between border and actual element. So that's the functioning of padding and margin. So let's go to body and give it some properties. I will give min height. The min height will be 100 VH. This viewport height, a whole viewport of my computer, my screen. This will take whole viewport. Background color. The background color will be, for me it will be FAE6FA. Okay, that's good for me. The display will be flex. It helps with the alignment of the elements. Okay, let's see how. Align items in center. Now see, all elements are vertically aligned in the center by giving the property of align items center. Let's move on. Justify content and give a property of center. Now our elements will be in the center of the screen. Here you go. Let's move on and give some properties to container. Here will be curly braces. Okay. Width will be 500 pixel. Max width is maximum width an element can take. Here will be 900 pixel. Okay, that's good. Let's go further. Dot container and form. It means that the dot container has a form inside it, and apply these properties to this form. Okay, here are curly braces, and then write height 100%. Now what is this 100%? 100% is the percentage of whole container, dot container, whose son is form. Dot container is mother to this. The dot container is parent of form. So form will take 100% height of its parent element container. Okay, width will also be 100%. Percentage is usually used to make a design responsive. At the end we will see this. Padding will be 20 pixel and background color will be white. Okay, let us give, okay, white is okay. Let us give some background border radius. A border radius of 4 pixel is good. Okay, here we will give box shadow. A box shadow 0, 8 pixel, 16 pixel, and RGBA of 0 to red, 0 to green, 0 to this, and alpha means opacity, and opacity will be given as 0.3. Okay, let's check this. Okay, here the box shadow was given. See this shadow, the black on the outlining of the form, we see a blackish color because of this box shadow. Okay, let's now move on. Let's design this element, this login form. Okay, dot container. This dot container has form in it, and this form has h1 in it. Let's design it. Okay, text align. Text align means the alignment of text. It will be in center. Margin from the bottom. Now what does the margin bottom means? Margin bottom means the space between the bottom space between login and email ID. The margin will give in bottom space to login form. Let's see. I will give it 24 pixel. Control S, and then color. Let's give it a color of some 2 shade of black. Okay, now move on. Let's check it first. See, our margin has been applied. Okay, now let's move on. Dot container has a form, and this form has a class dot, let's check me, form body. Let's write form input. This is form input. In this form input, hey, let's check. That's form input. It is class for input. Now it will design this input. This type password will now get designed. Okay, now let's apply the design to it. It will take a width of 100%. 100% of what? 100% of its parent. Who is its parent? Form is its parent. Dot form is child of form, and form is child of container. Then dot form will take input of dot form is child of form, so it will take width of form. Okay, now height will be 100%. Here we go, and now give it a background color, and the background color will be 6b. As it is hex, apply hash 6 b b b a5. Okay, that looks good. Border radius will be 4 pixel, and let's apply the border. The border will be 1 pixel width, solid, with a color of silver. Okay, after border, let's apply margin. From top apply 10 pixel, from right 0, from bottom 10 pixel, from left 0. Let's check. Yeah, check here. The input has given, the margin has been applied, the padding has been applied. What padding did? It made around the borders a distance, and it also made a distance between this password and this email. I mean, it made a distance between two elements. Okay, let's move on. Now give a font size to them. Let's this font size be 16 pixel. Okay, it's good with 16 pixel. Let's also give it a font weight. What does a weight do? A weight decides the width of the elements given to it, the words given to it, sorry. For example, I write here, it has heavy weight. They have heavy width because of their weight, which is 900. Okay, let's move on. Now give design to the dot container, form and dot button. Now it means that dot container has form tag has dot button. Let's design dot button. Here we will first make the button. Outside this div, let's create a button. Let's give it a class of button and let's give it a submit. Okay, let's see this. Here we have our button and now we will design it. Okay, margin from left will be 50%. 50% of what? 50% of its parent. Who is its parent? Its parent is form. 50% of form's width. Okay, now let's apply width. I will give it a width of 120 pixel. Okay, 120 pixel is good. Height, let's give it a height of 34 pixel. Okay, now first check it how it is. Okay, submit has gone to right, a very right. So to correct it out, what will I do? We will apply transform. Translate x to -50%. Okay, let's check how -50% gives a result. -50%. Okay, -50% is okay. Apply -50%. -50% is good. Okay, let's go back. Border will be none. Border none means I need no border around my button. Okay, it's none. Outline will be none. See, most of the CSS is self-explanatory. There is no rocket science. It's simple English and it is self-explanatory. Okay, give it a background color of, let's say, that hex, a black, and a cursor of pointer. The cursor pointer means that when arrow goes to the button, it becomes a hand, a finger. Let's check it like this. Now give it a color. Color will be a white color. Okay, white is good. A white color. Let's check it. Okay, submit has got white color. So background color gives whole body a black color, and only color gives color to the text. Okay, font size will be 18 pixel and text transform will be uppercase. It means that the whole text inside the button will be uppercase. Let's check. Submit is now uppercase. Let's move on and apply transition. Let's apply transition. Here we get a transition of 0.5 seconds. Transition means the delay between the pointing and the applyment of a design. Okay, let's see. First we will apply hover over it. Okay, apply a button. We have dot button we want to apply over, and in this hover I will give it a opacity of 0.5%. Okay, now let's check. See, by applying opacity it becomes dim. This dim is because of opacity, and the delay we see when I put that arrow on the submit, it takes some time to become dim. See, this is because of opacity. So that's our complete project, and this project is completely responsive. Responsiveness means it adjusts according to device. Let's check this. Go to inspect, go to the device, and here apply any device, it will adjust it. Check, here is in center, at pixel 7 it is in center, in Galaxy Fold it is in center. It means everywhere it is in center, it adjusts itself into the center with respect to every device. So it is a responsive design. Let's check it. Okay, so this is the project. Please subscribe to Tech Hardy. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring.